Let's go to run a test real quick here, and I'm getting around 3100. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of your review channel. Today we're looking at a NVMe SSD drive enclosure. This was sent to me by VANGREE. They did send it to me and did compensate me to make a review, but all the reviews are my opinion. Everything is basically upfront. I show you everything there is, good and bad, totally upfront, everything I do here with my channel. So just to let you know that, just be fair and transparent. So what this is a enclosure for your SSD drive or your NVMe drives. Now, I want to make a point also, this has intelligent cooling mode, which means the fan will activate automatically when it reaches a certain temperature. So 55 degrees Celsius, which is 131 degrees, and it'll shut off when it drops to 40 Celsius, which is around 104 degrees. So that's really nice. Or you can manually turn on by holding long press that button on the device, and then it'll automatically manually turn it on. So I like that automatic intelligent cooling mode. That's really, really important. What's cool about this one is that Thunderbolt 5. Now that's 80 gigabits per second, M.2, of course, enclosure with cooling fan, which I thought. So Thunderbolt 5, 4, and 3. So it is backwards compatible. USB 4 as well, version 2.0, backwards compatible. So that's important to know. There's a lot of information to know, so look online, check it out. I bought some other drives in the past with some of my reviews, and some of them are only they weren't backwards compatible. They were only Thunderbolt 4, things like that. So it's nice to have the flexibility with this. Let's do a quick unboxing. We're going to do a test on my Mac with an M1 chip. That's what I have. I don't have Thunderbolt 5 yet. My next Mac will definitely have that. But I did some quick testing beforehand, and even without Thunderbolt 5, it still ran faster than my Thunderbolt 4, which is amazing, right? Not huge, but it's still a little bit faster. So let's check it out. Let's see what's in the box. Open it up real quick. Very different. This is what they give you. They give you the enclosure. Here's the enclosure. What's nice about these enclosures here, again, it's all branded right here. Here is the opening. You don't need any tools, which is toolless. I love that. Don't need any tools. None of that BS with the screwdriver. You don't need that. Here's the enclosure itself. Let me just show you here real quick. Here it is here. So you have a fan also built into the system as well. And then you have the side vents that suck in the air, and the vent comes out here. So don't put anything on top of this. And when you put it down, make sure you put it on the feet. That way it sits flat like this here. And then you get the cooling fan. If you need to turn it on, you have the button right here. So there's the button right there for the fan, and the USB right here, 80 gigabits per second transfer, which is very, very fast. Or as we say here, wicked fast. So that's what the enclosure is. Let's take a look at that more in a second. What also in the package is the Thunderbolt 5 cable. Here's your Thunderbolt 5. Focus, there we go, Thunderbolt 5 cable. And the length of this is about standard. They all seem to be about this standard size short. And the shorter it is, the better it is. And this is around maybe, I think about a foot or so. Take these little connectors off. We'll take those off. And that is the cable. And what else is in here? A little instruction manual. Really, you don't need a lot of information there. A couple, a thermal pad in here as well. And a couple of grommets to pop it in and out. You know how those work, and I'll show you that in a minute. And if you have shorter drives, if they have different size drives, of course you can buy NVMe drives. This is like an adapter, and you can cut it so the different sizes that you have to fit, so it'll snap in correctly. But if you have the full size drive, I'll show you my drive in a minute, my chipset. Just so you can have the different adjustments. So you can use this if you need to. That's what that's for. Again, toolless right here. You just sit here, open right there, and you just basically pull it up with your finger. And here is the drive here. And the reason why that happens is because it has these little ball bearings on the side here. These little ball bearings act as a locking mechanism that locks the case, the cover into the case. So that's ingenious. I love that. Super smart. A lot of the companies are doing that, which is great. Online real quick here. So it says maximum read speed is 5670 and maximum write speed is 6697. And those are the two different types of chipsets. The Samsung SSD 9900 Pro 4 terabyte, and no larger than 8 terabyte can fit into here. That's the size maximum compatibility with this. So if eventually in the future comes out when there's 12 terabyte, eventually that's going to happen. This won't work with that, but right now up to 8 terabyte, which is still a lot and still 8 terabytes, very, very expensive. So well, it's got a long way to go before they come down. So that's the read and write speed. Again, all the newest chipset inside here to make it super fast with the Thunderbolt 5, which is super important. Again, backwards compatibility, which is great. Again, feels really good. It's got that fan. We'll check that out in a second. We'll put my chipset in here, and let's give it a test. Really, that's really what the bottom line is. Just see what it does here. Now, right away, I can see the enclosure is much, much larger than my old one and a little bit more beefier. This is really, really nice. I like that quite a bit. And I'm going to also change out the cable, because the other cable is Thunderbolt 4. This is Thunderbolt 5. Even though I don't have Thunderbolt 5 compatibility, I think it's going to give it a little bit more run room. I did do a quick test on this one here, and this is doing around 2,500 megabits per second transfer right back and forth. We're going to see what it does with the new enclosure and see if it makes a difference. Again, it already has a thermal pad on here already. We'll just leave it on. It's fine. And we're just going to pop it in the new enclosure. Super easy to do. Just slide it in, right? All you have to do, I'll take out the old grommet, which is basically the same little rubber stopper here. All right, we'll pop that in here as well. And we'll put this all together real quick, and super easy to install, as you can see here. And I just put it on, and then I'll just push it down. And that is already installed that quick, okay? And you can see it right there. Now this is a black, Western Digital black SN770 chipset on this one here. So I want to put this a little bit further down. Let's put this on here 1 second. That's the chipset I'm using. And this is a 2 terabyte chip. So correctly, just slides in. And that's it. So that's all you have to do to install. Really, really that easy. And we're going to just hook up the Thunderbolt 4. And we're going to run some tests and just see how awesome this VANGREE drive is enclosure with the fan. I like the fan. So if it gets really hot, pop on that fan, and we'll just, it's really cool. All right, let's go. Let's continue. Let's hook this up, and we'll do a cutaway and see how fast it's going. Okay, guys, you can see here I have the drive hooked up with the Thunderbolt 5 cable. And then what you want to do is just go and make sure you have a 2 terabyte adjusted, set up for that, and then make sure you choose your correct drive, select drive right here. And we're going to make sure we're driving, which is SSD. That's what I have it labeled as. We'll hit open, and it's going to run a test real quick here. And I'm getting around 3,100, 3,000 right around there. And before it was getting less, about 25 roughly. And that was the max I was getting. So that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. Those numbers are great. Let's see if it's getting warm a little bit. Not bad at all. Let me see, turn the fan on. A little button here. Let's turn that fan on. And the fan is running. Can barely hear it. Really, really soft. I mean, it's just in the background. And if you're doing a lot of heavy transferring, or if you're doing a lot of heavy editing and 4K or 8K editing, you're going to want to probably run that fan just to keep it cool. And the cooler it runs, the more efficient the chip is. It'll transfer as it gets hot. It does throttle down. That is a problem in some instances, but it all depends. But this here is really good. It's doing a great job going back and forth. I don't see any issues at all. Really looks good. That's fantastic. And let's just do, I think that's it. That's what I have for you. One more time. Let's run that one more time. Yeah, it's consistent. It's 3,000 on the write, and then the read almost 3,000, 2944. And those are pretty steady. It's not really dropping. The drive is warming up, but not super hot at all. It's just really feels really good. I love it. So I'm definitely going to recommend this. And then the price point's pretty reasonable in this. So check out the link down below on the video, and also check out the QR code as well. And go ahead and purchase that. If you do purchase it, I do get a small commission, and it does help support my channel and cost you nothing. Just to be clear and transparent, very, very clear, and always transparent. Hopefully help you make a decision with this brand. I don't see any issues with it. It functions well. And when I have an updated computer, I will do another updated test. And also we're going to do some side-by-side comparisons. So follow the channel for some videos. We're going to do some side-by-side comparisons and all these drives that I have. I have 3 of them now. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison for each one of these and just see how they function. So follow the channel for more. I'm going to do some of that testing as well. But this has been running consistently, and it's pretty good. I don't see any issues at all. So I'm going to give it an A+, 100%. Yep. 100%, everybody. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I brought you some value. If I did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends and family. Definitely help them make a decision about these enclosures. This is a reasonable price one for For the speed and everything, you can see it's very consistent, and large file transfer should be not a problem. Everything should do really well. Should not be an issue. I'm going to actually use this to do some editing, and I'll keep you updated with that and see how that performs. And so don't forget to follow. All right, guys, appreciate it as always, and I'll see you at the next review, and thanks for watching.